Hi, everyone. This is Hannah Hanley, and I'm joined by Nate Ganna. We both work in the spirits industry, and this is Caviar and Chips, our podcast dedicated to the industry, what's going on in our lives, and more. Thanks for joining us. Let's get into it. All right. Welcome back to Caviar and Chips. We are so excited. We have our friend, our colleague, our whiskey dude, one of the bourbon bros, Danny Bardstown. That's not actually his name, but that's what he goes by on Instagram. Dan Callaway from Bardstown Bourbon Company here. Dan, welcome to Caviar and Chips.
Awesome. I am excited to join with my friends. Just hang out, talk caviar. I'm ready. Talk chips. Let's do it.
We were
Awesome.
just in Napa. We were at Silver Oak, and they actually did a caviar and chips pairing, which was awesome because I feel like there's this like whole full circle of Silver Oak and Bardstown.
Yeah, I love it out. So you were at the Napa one?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that space. It's gorgeous.
Have you been
Yeah,
there?
yeah, I've been there a couple times and they have that upstairs, little private room and they're always so hospitable and kind and the wine obviously is awesome. And when we were looking at the project together, I got to spend some time out there. Just
Oh,
very cool
cool.
place to be.
That's awesome.
So it was you guys that really hooked it up for us. So thank you for that. Because without going to the Silver Oak dinner in Bardstown with you, we wouldn't have met Lauren Cipriani, who absolutely hooked us up. What a monumental connection that was. She gave us a private caviar and chips tasting with Silver Oak, which was just unheard of. So love you for that.
Amazing. Amazing.
She's the boss.
Yeah, it
Cool.
was so cool.
That's great. So
Wow.
when did you guys get back from Napa? Last
Last
week?
Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Last Friday, 10 days ago. Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was
it's been 10 days. I'm
been 10
And you were
just
days.
now
still
Yeah.
getting
recovered.
you were still getting along at the end of the trip. That's the real test of a friendship.
You know
Oh
what?
yeah.
That's exactly what we were saying too. We were going and we were, in the car so much together and everywhere we were going, we were together. And then as I'm never going to let her fail on this one, she was babysat by me on the first night. And even then we're still as close as we are. So yes,
I was
she was 3 hours
fine.
late and I babysat her.
Okay.
That's love right
I
there.
am not a pilot, so I don't know how I could have got my plane there faster.
All you do is switch from Alaska Airlines to any other airline. It'll
Wow.
work. I promise.
Oh my God. Anyways, yes. Basically, Dan, we are siblings now,
Mm,
and
Yeah.
and Nate's an only child, so this is really important for him to
okay,
have
I didn't know
siblings.
Yeah.
that. That
This
explains a
is
lot.
huge.
Yeah,
I know,
That explains a lot, right?
kidding.
Like me and you staying together in London,
Oh yeah.
to this. Do you know how her and I met?
I have no idea.
This is crazy. So her brother is basically one of my best friends. They grew up together, went to Gonzaga. And it took him 9 years to say, "Hey, dude, did you know my sister is the CMO of Heritage Distilling?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Hey, sis, do you know that I'm really close with Nate Ganna?" And she was like, "No, thanks." Like,
I was
That's
like,
so
what
thanks.
wild.
We both like,
the
"Thanks, Nate."
fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
So what was
yeah.
the
You took
first
nine
hangout?
fucking
What did
years.
you guys do? Was it
we
an awkward
actually, we
introduction?
actually, we did,
That was
no, we
hilarious.
never really met until we went to Seattle Cocktail Week, and
Yeah,
uh, and then I was babysitting Nate.
Mm,
yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
yeah.
Sounds about
We were
right.
out until like 2 or 3 a.m. and
That's
yeah,
right.
it was wild.
That's
We were like at
right.
the Fairmont
Yes.
in Seattle, which is a really high end bar. Nate's like, "We'll
Okay.
take 12 shots of Jameson," and then he's door dashing like Taco Bell or something. Or
Oh, for sure I was on all
to
accounts.
the
Absolutely.
Fairmont
They would
bar.
they wouldn't serve us. They wouldn't serve us.
Their
I'm
kitchen was
I'm not
shocked.
sitting there
closed.
idle.
Yeah, their kitchen was closed.
Yeah. You're not shocked at all. Love that. Love that for you, Dan. Dan knows me too well.
We've had some
Oh my
fun
God.
ones.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, good
crazy. And
times.
then we just from there we kind of hit it off. We had a lot of projects based on the fact that at the time she had a really good product and I had the audience, and so we were showing off a lot of cool products. And then COVID hit, and Hannah supported. me through COVID, which was truly amazing. And so we kind of just stayed in touch ever since. And obviously now Hannah's with IWSC and myself, and you guys have become close, which is so great to see. So it just kind of works super well with what we have. And you know, we didn't know we'd have any traction with doing a podcast, but we actually have, and it's really cool. And then we were like, okay, we can expand now. Like it took a long time to get, not a long time actually, only like probably 7 or 8
I know.
episodes till Hannah really locked it in. And now that she has, we were like, okay, who are our first guests going to be? And like right off the bat, we're like, Danny B.
Oh,
It's
wow.
got to be
You know,
Dan.
That's an
it was
honor.
cool. Got to be Dan.
It's got to be Dan.
No, this is so sick. This is
That's
so sick.
awesome.
So why don't you tell us about you? First of all, you have the name and the moniker Danny Bardstown, but why do they call you that? What is your story?
Yeah. Bardstown, right? So Bardstown Bourbon Company is where I started in bourbon, really, back in 2018. I was in wine before that and restaurants. And then all my 20s, I was a musician. So classical musician. I played in
Wait, hold on. You're not in your 20s right now?
31.
You're only
Yeah, there we
31.
go. Just
No.
Oh, I was like, oh my God.
Wow. He's aged horribly.
Hannah. Is it?
I was like, how is
I'm
that
dead.
possible? And then I was like,
I'm
the
dead.
math isn't mathing.
The math is
No,
not
no,
mathing.
it doesn't add up.
Wow.
No, so my whole life I thought I'd be a musician. My dad's a musician, his dad's a musician. It's what I studied in college. It's what I always wanted to do. And then I used to do these runouts to China. Once a year, I'd go over there and play and do these tours. And then on that tour was a girl from Kentucky, my wife now, who I moved up and we got married. And so I left orchestra world and moved to Kentucky and was just looking for something new to do, and had always been obsessed with cocktails and spirits and wine, and decided to go hard on wine and got my SOM certifications. And then from there met the people starting Bardstown Bourbon Company and just never looked back. And a lot of lucky breaks and a lot of good mentors in a short amount of time.
Who was it that poached you from the restaurant to Bardstown?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Was it Mark?
No, this was before Mark. This was Joe Heron, who amazing
Okay.
entrepreneur. He started Crispin Cider. He then was founded Copper and Kings, and he was American Brandy, which was just down the road from where I was. And he would come in, and then he introduced me to David Mandel, Dan Lind, who were at Bardstown at the time. And I came down, and my interview was tasted about 20 distillates and talked for a couple hours. Then we went and got some pizza, and I made up my mind the next day. So it's pretty fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And
Unbelievable.
I do want to touch on your wife, Sarah. She still is in music and she does
Yeah,
amazing stuff.
she's
So
incredible. She runs the Louisville Academy of Music, which is over 400 students in Louisville, and huge focus on outreach, and does a ton of scholarships for students that wouldn't normally have access to private lessons. And it's a lot of mentorship. And I feel like she's the one putting a lot of positivity in the world. So it's great.
she's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, tell us also, one of the things that we really talk about on the podcast is wellness in the industry. And I like to hear also what people's like days look like. So
Yeah.
can you tell us what does a typical day look like for you?
Okay. That's a great question. With a focus on wellness or a focus on truth? Just kidding. No,
Yes.
I have been going to the gym a ton lately, which has been awesome mentally for me. I always did sports in high school, and I just get such joy from that. And I think I got away from it for a few years in my early 30s. And now I've been about a year and a half back, just regular gym. So I was there, usually get there 5:30, and then came back.
Wow.
Yeah, my oldest has to be at school at 7:30. So I do the gym. And I took him,
That's
and then I
early.
I hit the Peloton too. So it was super wellness morning for me. And then I'll go right into so with spirits, it's a lot of tasting, a lot of profiles, but it's also a lot of inventory, right? So it's a lot of Excel sheets and looking at what's aging and what's coming of age and where it is it on the right floor, and proofing. I set up my samples for the week and what we're going to taste. We have a tasting panel tomorrow. And then with product development and blending, I think the primary job is connecting all the departments, right? And we do that through a weekly meeting. So I'll check in with the marketing team. Right before this, I had a call with the finance and quality team, just looking at how things are going and where we want to, what we want to do. And every now and then there'll be a cool PR email about a trip or something. That front facing looks amazing, but you'd be shocked how much of the job is, a little more
Behind the scenes.
quantitative. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing today. So from a wellness standpoint, I think I got off to a good start. Had a great, I met my wife for lunch. We had some Indian food. It was amazing.
Oh.
I know it's been a great day, and I will do some proper blending work in the afternoon. I try to space it out. You can't do it all in the morning, all in the afternoon. You just go back and forth. Anyway.
On that, you've had kind of a, and I've been watching you obviously for years as a fan versus friend, and you've had a meteoric rise to where you are. You're probably one of the most influential people in Bardstown right now. How did that come to be?
I, it's a great question. For first, I have to back way up and say Bardstown is the best team in spirits, is what we have. So there's from everyone to Mark Irwin, our CEO, to our marketing team, to our PR team, and then you've got the most talented operational team that has all this experience. A lot of them coming over from the big guys. So we were able to build this team primarily from individuals with a lot of industry experience in a big spirits company, and they really wanted to make their mark with a growing company. So you've got a lot of passionate individuals, and you've got the best leader. I just happen to do some front facing things representing that team. So some things will get attributed to something I'm doing, but honestly, all the work is going all around the company. I just happen to put
And
words together.
that's spoken like a true leader right there. You'd never take the credit yourself. You'd give it to your team, which is unbelievable, And yeah, I do agree with you, team effort for sure. But
Yeah.
you're so happy to see, that's how positive you are about your team. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
they're
Really
amazing. And
cool.
you've met most of them, but what I tell people is
Oh yeah, I love them.
come to Bardstown and just pop into any office and you'll see an energy, kind of this contagious positivity, right? And
Yep.
man, it's just a
Well,
special place. And it's also what's
yeah.
helped me, and I don't mean to ramble, but Bardstown's at this intersection where we have the financial backing to do some really cool things and buy some unique barrels and take risks and not worry about, keeping the lights on if we take a couple risks. But this tiny team where we can make quick decisions. So we can execute a project in weeks that might take a couple years in a larger machine. So it's that sweet spot, and that's how we can execute fun projects.
Hosted IWSC last year at Bardstown, and I can truly speak to every department being really engaged and really hospitable. I mean, I was in the warehouse working with Matt and the warehouse guys, and then we
Yeah,
had the project managers helping us pouring in the background. And you obviously were one of our judges, and the whole hospitality restaurant team was just amazing. It's
yeah,
there's a true thread of culture that is really impressive, and it's really hard to do. It's
yeah.
really hard. So
Yeah, it's
yeah.
it's crazy. It's a level of trust, and you got to really you can lose that so quickly.
Hmm.
You get a couple bad instances or a couple negative interactions, people that maybe aren't the right fit when you hire, and you can lose your culture so quickly. So I think it's something we work to actively maintain and improve. And to me, that's all starts with Mark, and then Pete Marino, our president, right? He's incredible. So they've set a nice standard for the culture, and it makes it much
That's
easier to
awesome.
step onto a moving train than to start the train, right? So when people
Yeah.
come in, they're just hopping on and we're going.
Yeah. Well, I had the opportunity to hang out with Mark in Mark's office when I was having a panic attack. And
Oh
he
yeah.
was so
Yeah.
sweet. And then hung out with him and his wife at the KBF Bardstown
Yeah.
party.
Hannah,
Yeah.
you saved a life. You saved someone's life. I mean, it's got to make you feel positive.
Yeah.
Have you talked about that?
Wasn't it the CFO's
It was the
son? Wasn't it the CFO's son?
CFO's
Yeah.
son who was volunteering to open bottles for IWSC, and he went with the box cutter and was cutting towards his forearm, which they told us, a millimeter in a different direction, and would have been bad.
Oof.
But
Wow.
Hannah was the absolute champion. Walked him down the stairs, straight down outside. held it up. You did it.
I think your
Amazing.
safety team was like, "What the actual fuck?" But it
Yeah.
was. There's some
It was
policies that
actually
you guys had to
crazy.
write, but it's fine.
Yeah. Crazy. But he's doing
Crazy.
great. He's doing
Oh,
awesome.
good.
He's got a nice gnarly scar from it, but
I bet. Oh, I haven't texted
yeah,
him in a
He's
while. I
thriving.
gotta
he's
text him.
thriving.
Check
You
in.
should. That's a bond.
Yeah, we're
That
all
is a
literally
bond.
trauma bonded. But
Yeah.
Mark was also like, "Oh yeah, keep a tourniquet in my car," and I was like, "I could have used you a couple hours ago."
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy smokes. Yeah, he's badass,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
And seeing all his stuff in his office, I'm like, wow, don't fuck with that guy.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a legend for a reason. Yeah, he's
that's so
incredible.
cool.
The fortunate thing is this ability to innovate and experiment. And I think we've set a really nice precedent for collaboration. And from there, built some trust where we can keep collaborating with some unique brands. Obviously, the Cathedral release was a big success for us,
Yeah,
which
speak to
was
that.
just yeah. So that's
Please.
starting again. That started um, really started with a Frenchman named Rocky, who amazing individual who runs a cooperage in France. And I always kind of ping these coopers, these barrel makers, if they've got anything interesting, like what's their R&D project? What do you got? And Rocky had these barrels, and so when Notre Dame caught fire, the French government set out to find the best wood in all of France to repair Notre Dame. So you've got scientists, you've got experts going all over the country. What is the best wood? And we will repair this canopy. And they found this lot in the Bercé forest in the Loire Valley, where all your, Sauvignon Blanc is. And there's these 300-year-old trees that were planted, and they deemed them acceptable and the best to repair Notre Dame. Rocky had a line to some of them. They repaired Notre Dame, and they were seasoned and they were extra, and they could make barrels out of them. Right. So
That
then you
is
have
so
barrels
sick.
made from the greatest wood in France. The thing is, when wood is 300 years old, it grows really slowly, much tighter grain. So it's going to take you a while to extract, but the flavor is going to be incredible because it's just been developing that long. So we bought them. Mark gave the approval to randomly buy 6 very expensive barrels, bring them over. And usually, like, a blend will come first and then pair it with the barrel. This time, the barrels came first. So then it was making a blend to go in there. And I just wanted to find the best Kentucky bourbon I could find and make a blend made for the French oak. I broke cardinal rule of barrel aging, or double barreling is never double barrel something that old. You'd be crazy to do it because it would just get too tannic and grippy. And just, if flavor's a seesaw, this would be all tree, no fruit, right? Just like wood. But since it has the tight grain, it takes forever to extract. And then I put it on the first floor of our biggest warehouse. We spent a couple hours together before the interview, just going
Yeah.
around and tasting, talking.
Wow.
And then his gift, one, he's brilliant, which helps. But two, he just makes you feel at home. Just makes it so conversational and so relaxed. And I don't know, a gift, obviously, for what he does.
Yeah.
And he did ask a few
Yeah.
questions that were pointed, and I was hoping they did not use those, and it turned out they didn't, and they really focused on the product and what the team's creating.
It
But
was it
yeah,
was
I
a
think we
it was
needed that.
amazing. Yeah, it
it
was really good.
was it was so cool, and to have all the shots, the distillery, and we did a watch party. And I was more nervous
Oh,
for the watch party.
Oh,
Honestly, I was
yeah,
nervous because
because you
it's
hadn't
like,
seen it. Yeah.
yeah, am I going to say something? I don't. It was 2-hour interview. I could have said, yeah, this is all about me, and something came
Danny,
out.
the only things that you ever do where you don't want anybody recording are the times that I'm with you
That's true.
late at night around the world. Don't you worry. I'm sure they made you look good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you
And
didn't
no, I
send him
won't be
those
releasing
videos. Yeah.
any of my videos to
Oh
anybody.
man,
Don't you worry.
legendary.
Nate pulls
Uh
them out on your birthday or something, and you're like, "Really?
Yeah.
Can we just
yeah.
not?"
Yeah.
How about we not?
How
I
about
Oh
we
man.
not?
I always say the best thing about spirits is always the people, right? And some of the best times, my
Yeah.
memories are those late nights in wherever, Aspen or London, where you're just connecting with
Yeah.
the best people in spirits. And Even if you're saying something
Oh my
dumb on
God.
video, the connection is there, and it still means a lot.
Oh God, no, we've hit it off in just such a great way. Uh, you obviously like the public speaking aspect of it, otherwise you wouldn't be on so many panels. How did you get used to that side of things and talking
Ah,
about it so
I
confidently?
don't know. I've always, I don't know, been both ways. I was really introverted for a while. Like when I was studying music, I was just studying a lot, but I always have this kind of, you know, other side to me. I think I get it from my dad that's pretty wants to be talking and entertaining. My youngest son certainly has it. He puts on a festival every morning. Uh
How
so
old are
Hey,
your
so does Hannah's family.
Yeah,
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
4 and
No, Dan, I
6.
like to describe the difference between my mornings and Nate's mornings in details.
Yeah.
So you're talking
Uh
about like getting
Yeah.
your kid up ready to go to school at 7:30,
yeah.
like the hustle of getting our kids to the bus. And my younger daughter, so mine are 5 and 8, so like same, right? And
Yeah.
well, almost 5. My son turned 8 a couple days ago, and he's like oldest son, right? Firstborn, like he's like he'll get up, he gets himself breakfast, gets dressed. My
Yeah.
daughter is like on her own
Oh,
agenda.
yeah. Yeah, we have the same situation completely.
Like,
I just found a letter. I was going through my old stuff. This was actually last night when I ran for class president when I was a freshman, and I got a letter from the governor that said I was a well-oiled political machine. So I don't know what that.
wow.
So I do have this
Wow.
side. Well, it's just I have this side that wants to be talking and wants to be in front of people, but I think it's only 50%,
I
maybe. The
you
other,
would make a good politician.
I
That
think
makes
I
sense.
don't know. I was born in England though, so I got no future.
I
Um,
got no future. Okay.
You were born in England.
yeah, I grew up over there and then came over. Yeah, it's always funny to
Wow.
go back. No accent, but sometimes I'll slip into
Yeah, I
it.
didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
first 11 years over there.
11
11
years
years.
I
11
I
beautiful
knew that.
years.
and no
For the
accent.
record, I knew that.
Wow. I feel like I did. There's no way I didn't. There's no
It would
way I
have
didn't.
come
But
up.
that's but 11
Yeah,
is yeah, wow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have family there?
No,
Obviously you
no,
do.
no. My parents are, my mom's a
Oh,
book, well, she's retired now. She was a book publisher. So she got a job in London and moved over there. Had a little
holy
stint.
smokes.
Yeah. I need,
Does your dad still play music?
he does. My dad's a character. He's down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He always has a different moniker or band or name or uh, something. One of the best things I ever did is I had this band with my brother in my 20s, and my dad was the guitar player. And we spent like 2 years just, we'd go out and, I was playing the orchestra too, but like we'd take 2 weeks and go around and play this band, and like I got to know him a lot better, and just hanging
Wow.
out in bars, which also made me get better at public speaking, right? You just hang out in bars every night, you get talking to random people. I don't know, I'm going off on my parents now, but that was a good way to get to know my dad. I owe him a phone call for sure.
It's okay if this becomes a
That is
therapy
so
session.
cool. Yeah.
Oh,
When are we all seeing each other next? When do the stars align?
I'll
I
be
think you and I are next week,
That's
right?
true. That I'm more meant Hannah, I
Yeah.
guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I'll
kidding.
Well,
be
that's for I know, right?
yeah, I'll be in Kentucky Friday with C in early June.
Okay, that's perfect. Sarah, we'll have you over for dinner. It'd
Oh
be
my God, I
great.
would love that. Yeah,
Nate,
Dude,
we're doing something with you guys.
I can't even get her out to stay with me or even come to see me in Nashville. Now you guys got a dinner plan in Kentucky? This is ridiculous.
You can
Hannah, you're fired.
come. You can come. No,
Oh, gee, thanks, Hannah.
Nate's going to Europe for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. What are you doing?
mm, legend.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited. I'm the first non-Diageo employee to take private clients to Diageo's distilleries. So
Wow,
I'm really, really excited. Yeah.
that's
Didn't
awesome.
see this coming. Yeah, they offered it to me in December, and I kid you not, I was like, this is never gonna fucking happen. Like, no way. And 12 hours later, my client was like, hey, would you take us to Scotland? So it was a really, really weird
That is
situation that
amazing.
12 hours later, yeah, we have a full videography team coming out and drone and doing all this cool stuff to showcase what we're doing. But we're doing We're doing just the craziest stuff on planet Earth with Johnny Walker, and then they're opening up Port Ellen for me, which I could not believe.
Wow.
During Fèis Isle, which is kind of crazy. And then we're doing Lagavulin, private stuff at Lagavulin, private stuff at
Wow.
Kalila.
Top secret.
Yeah, the guys are, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then we're doing Craigellachie, or sorry, not Craigellachie. We're doing Singleton. We're staying at the Craigellachie Hotel. We're doing Mortlock, Cardew.
Now you're just making
It's
up
just going to
names.
be absolutely.
I know,
I
right?
know, right? Now we're just
And I
going to
was
go,
like,
dude.
Nate, are you doing all the logistics for this? Like, I feel kind of nervous about that. Like, do you need me to do an itinerary? He's like, I got it. And I was like,
We got this. We got
I was
this.
like, okay.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah,
Good.
no, it's like it's full on, and I just don't think that anybody on the trip is realizing how much we're doing, which is going to be kind of
Yeah. Do
crazy.
they have
But
to sign a
I told the
waiver
guys
to keep up with you? Or
they
they,
should.
yeah.
So I'm doing that for a week, and then I'm going over to Ireland to do. I believe I'm doing Teeling and Bushmills,
Wow.
and then come back to the States for 3 weeks, and then we go back out to Greece, London, and Hungary for 3 weeks. So, it should be a fun
Jeez.
summer.
So the
Be
condo's
a little
open is
chaotic.
what you're saying.
For you, the condo is open.
It's a
Absolutely.
penthouse now.
And
He's
it's a
I
penthouse
heard an
fancy.
now.
upgrade.
It's penthouse, penthouse. Let me see if I can.
Oh, let's
Oh,
see the
he's gonna give
view
us
Hold
a
on,
here.
I'll
tour.
try
I
and
love it. I love it.
turn the camera
Wait,
around.
Nate, also, you gotta
Oh,
tell
I
us
can't
about your
turn the camera
birthday at
around.
some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Oh,
at that.
wow.
There's
Nashville.
Yeah, we
Cool.
got a good situation. Yeah, the birthday was sick, guys. Charlie went all out on that. It was super cool. So Charlie Nelson reopened Belle Mead, which was fantastic, and he had a farm party out there, and it was like 500 people that came out. And
Wow.
then he goes, "Hey, what are we doing for your birthday?" And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" He goes, "Well, it's our birthday too." So he got us a big old bus to take like 20 of us from my crew down to the farm, and we just had a great day. He had live music. It was kid friendly. There was games. There was a cigar station. But the coolest part for me, obviously, Danny, which you totally get, is they had a vintage whiskey bar of their old pours.
Oh, cool.
So they had their old casks. So they had things that you would never find anymore. So they had tequila cask, peach cask, honey, sherry, Halloween Black Label, single barrel employee casks, and like people were lined up for this stuff, like the original gangster
Oh,
stuff,
man.
And I think a lot of that stuff was distilled by you guys.
Yeah. Well,
Like you guys did a lot for them.
yeah, back in, let's see, it would have been 2018 in September. We were doing, it was the first or second Bourbon and Beyond, and he gave me a bottle of the honey, and it was amazing. And I didn't know much about it. I didn't know it was like a rare thing because I was so in my own world, which I'm less now.
Yeah,
I think I just poured most. It was just like we had it that night, and it was
yeah.
gone. It was amazing, though.
And the coolest thing is how him and I hit it off was uh we had Whiskey Live here in Nashville in 2022, and he he came out for it, and he was telling me that he's got this bottle of, it's called 419, which is actually his dad's birthday, and that's how we ended up becoming super
Oh,
close.
wow.
Oh, birthday
And so
buddies.
yeah, and we really touched for him, and so he was trying to find 419 when his dad passed, and this past Saturday, we had it together
That's
on my
amazing.
birthday, which was like probably one of the top five most iconic things I've ever done in the industry. So it was like such a heartfelt moment to do that with him. So it was
That's,
really cool.
dude, that's awesome, man. What a
That's
good
so
person.
sweet.
This industry is just so great,
Yeah,
like just amazing people,
it really is, man. It's my favorite part of it. Really is.
Yeah, we're so lucky, dude.
I do joke a lot
Man.
about the Bourbon Bros and the Bourbon Bro drama, but it is sweet, all your guys' relationships. I love it. all, all these
Oh, I
little
wouldn't trade it for the world.
bromances. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I literally posted you two on my story right now, which is great. It kind of looks like a 60 minutes
Do we
conversation,
look
which is
cute?
awesome.
Are we cute?
Super
Always.
cute.
Is that even a question?
Yeah.
Come on.
61 minutes.
I love that.
61. Oh.
That is too good. When are you here next week? Monday, right?
Monday, Tuesday. Yep. Doing some
Okay,
things, and
sweet.
yeah, let's connect and see.
Let's chop
I'm
it up,
going to
man.
your old stomping
Yeah.
grounds on Thursday. I'll be in Vegas. One night only.
Why? Are you going to Ent?
And just Thursday night.
Do you want some hookups?
No. I'm in out. I've got a morning flight.
Dude,
I
you
want
told
no
me that
part of
I was taking care of your room. I was comping, I was sorting you
no.
out.
I
What? Oh
no,
man.
I'm honestly in, event, out. So it's
Are you serious?
That's
mhm.
how I like to live my life, Dan. Just
Wow.
give me in, give me out. Vegas, I got a 2-night max.
That's yeah.
No,
Whoa. When
I
was the last time you were in Vegas, dude?
couple months ago we did some cool
Oh, you
things.
did end up
Yeah,
doing
did that,
you
but
didn't
just went. So same thing was in. I went to Frankie's Tiki Room. Is that what it? Oh,
yeah,
place was
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
And there's another. Anyway, I can
That's
talk about
sick.
you. Silver Dollar Lounge. That place was amazing. I'm
Yeah.
in and
Do you
out.
want anything? You want cigars or something?
Nope, I don't want to. No.
He's on his health journey, Nate.
Yeah, my
Your
We're
wellness
health
journey.
wellness.
journey.
No, we
We're
have. I would
Pelotoning.
stay. Yeah, I would stay longer. We have an event. I just got to hop out the next morning.
Good for
What a
you.
dork.
Have you done Nth before?
No, first time.
Cool.
What is
Cool.
that? I don't know what that is.
Cool. Nth whiskey show.
Oh.
Nothing that I'm willing to talk about, but Nth whiskey show.
Oh
Oh.
wow.
You'll have fun. You'll have fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that for you,
Off
Dan.
off the record.
Danny,
Yeah,
I'm a little
Yeah.
worried for you, but okay.
yeah.
Crazy.
You guys are the
Awesome. Thank you
best.
so much, Danny. We love you so
Thanks, Dan.
much. We
Love you
appreciate you. We
guys.
are obsessed with BB Co. and Green River. And where can people find you on Instagram,
Yes,
on
great
socials?
question.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hannah, setting me up. Bardstownbourbon.com, Green River Distillery, Bardstown Bourbon on Instagram, Green River on Instagram, and then I'm Danny Bardstown on Instagram. So yeah, hit me up. Honestly, I'll message if you're looking for a tour, tasting, anything special. I absolutely do my best to hook it up for you. The only thing I don't have is cathedral bottles, so I feel like I've upset everyone this last week, and but I'll do my best to help you find one.
I haven't opened mine yet.
Mm.
Smart. Smart.
So
Smart.
if you need
Yeah.
one, I'll hook you up, Danny.
There you go.
$500.
Yeah,
You know what?
Easy.
For you,
so
I like you. I'll give you a good deal.
450. Okay.
450. Oh man.
Thank you,
Awesome.
everyone, for joining us on
Unreal.
Caviar and Chips. Please like, subscribe, follow us, follow Danny. He is awesome to follow.
Yeah, the man.
Awesome.